So I'm gonna open it up with a story about my youngest son because I think it was perfect with what we're gonna talk about. So my youngest son is in jujitsu. He is a beast. He never took a loss. So his head got this big, right? And so he's doing, and finally he met somebody that was better than him, been doing jujitsu longer than him, was a higher belt than him, and this kid mopped my son. When I tell you mopped, mopped, and it got into his head. And I knew it, but I didn't say nothing. I try to let my children work through things before I step in. And so I realized that I was like, he'll be like, oh, I'm too tired. Like he started making excuses of why he didn't want to go to jujitsu. And I was like, so one day I rolled up on him and I'm like, London, why don't you want to go to jujitsu? Is it because you got beat? And then he was all in his feelings, like, yeah, like that loss, that failure really got into his head to the point that I had to call Sohab because he really looks up to Sohab. And it's different when your mom and dad is telling you something than when somebody outside of your parents, like Sohab, that he looks up to is telling you. So we FaceTime Sohab, and Sohab was like, bro, I'm training with a UFC fighter. I'm getting punched in the face every day. He pulls up a video of him fighting the guy. And like literally what he taught Landon that day is that failure is part of the process. You cannot ever become a winner at anything you do without those failures, because failure is a teacher. And what it taught Landon is, hey, don't think that you're the end all be all. There's going to be people bigger than you that work harder than you, that are higher belts than you, and you're going to have to really lose a couple of times in order to learn their fighting style, in order to learn how to not have them submit you, how to not get choked out, and all of that. And that only came from failure, because until that point he thought he was the baddest. And I told Landon, don't get your head big, because there's going to be a day where somebody's going to beat you. And that day came, and I sent it to Sohab the way London was getting mobbed. And I said, hey, look at this. I've been waiting for this day. And why? I know that sounds crazy that I was waiting for the day that he failed, but I knew that that was going to be the life lesson that he needed in order to rise to the next level.
And one thing is like, before, first off, I appreciate you calling me, because that was dope to talk to Landon.
Yeah.
And to see him fail and how it affected him.